We are at the end of another month, so it is time to look at what I played for the previous month again. September saw the start of school and the start of the routines that kind of come with fall. So let's see how that impacted what I played for the month of September 2022. To start with, I wasn't technically able to complete any games this month, but I kind of did too. I'll mention that when I come to the game that was a bit complicated for me to classify this month. Since there are no completed games to talk about, we'll go to the story games. There are a few games here that I've been playing this month. First of these is Immortal Redneck. Here is the game that was a bit complicated to classify for the month. I did play through this game during the month and wound up finishing the final boss to the game. However, I am still playing through it for trophies and achievements, so I didn't really know which category to stick the game in this month. Since this was the category that it was in, I just decided to leave it in the story category for now. Just for a rehash, Immortal Redneck is a roguelike FPS game with a Egyptian theme going on. I've been having fun going for some of the achievements as I've been playing. That's been probably most of what I've played for this month. And it does get a little grindy with the achievements, but overall I am, enjoying the game to a certain degree. But I'm hoping to have a review out for the game next week, and I'll talk more about what I feel about this game then. The second game that I am playing the story of is 2064 Read-Only Memories. Here is a game that I just started this month. It is a point-and-click adventure type game set in 2064 in Neo San Francisco and is a very kind of cyberpunk feel to the world. There's, robots and, even like kind of spliced genes with like animal characteristics and stuff. So it's a very futuristic kind of punky kind of feel to it. You play as a journalist who is enlisted by the first fully sapient robot named Turing to try to find Hayden Weber, who is Turing's creator and also a friend of yours. It's been interesting so far, but I'll be honest and say that while I enjoy these kind of games, they also kind of stress me out a little because I want to be making the right choices to the best ending, or the ending that I think would be best. I usually try to do a playthrough with my own choices and then use guides to get the other endings and any achievements I may have missed. So far, it's an interesting world and story, and I've been largely enjoying it, stress aside. Number 3 is Overcooked All You Can Eat. And Overcooked is a game that I play with my wife off and on when the kids aren't around. Now that school has started, we actually have had a little time to play, and we were able to play a few times over the past month. Overcooked All You Can Eat is a compilation of Overcooked and Overcooked 2, as well as all of their DLC. We're picking up from where we left off last year, which is starting out Overcooked 2. We enjoy these kind of games together and have managed to make some decent progress this month. I think we're to like chapter 4 or world 4 or section, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, how it's ordered, but that's kind of where we are in that game. So this is the story games that I played this month. Next are the games that I've been playing online. They're either games that I play with other players online or require an online connection to play. First is Fortnite. So Chapter 3, Season 3 came to a close, and we are at the beginning stages of Chapter 3, Season 4. So far, I'm enjoying the season. The Chrome theme is pretty interesting and adds some different aspects to the season. I feel a bit mixed on the Battle Pass for this season, but there are some skins that I'm looking forward to. It will be kind of fun to see what happens story-wise this season and the changes that could come over the course of that season. I know Vibing wasn't really my favorite season, and I feel like it's too early to know how Paradise will shake out, but I feel like it's better than the previous, at least so far. The second online game is Splitgate. Now, Splitgate has had some interesting developments in the past month. It was announced that the developers are going to be stopping work on adding anything more significantly to Splitgate, and are moving on to another game project set in the Splitgate universe. I can't say I'm super thrilled by this announcement, as it feels like they're giving up on a game that I've enjoyed, but I also hope that their new project turns out well. So I'm kind of feeling split on that. In addition to that, they've also made some fairly questionable decisions in their last update, where they merged their playlists in some strange ways and made drops repeatable. These decisions kind of are a little bit not ones I really like. There's also kind of just been a little glitchy, I feel like, since the latest update as well, with things not popping up at the end of match as quick as they used to, and just not always coming up at all sometimes. So yeah, I don't know. At least they gave the final battle pass for free, but with all these changes, I'm not sure how much longer Splitgate is going to get a lot of time for me. I still do have one trophy I need to get for it, but that's like the win over 1,000 matches, and I'm currently at like 300 matches, so I'm not really sure that I'm going to be grinding that one out, but we'll see. Speaking of grinding out a trophy, that leads us to the third online game that I've been playing this month, and that is Brawlhalla. As anybody who's watched one of these videos before knows, I am trying to get a trophy for this game, and it involves getting 3 of my characters up to level 25. I've got level 24 now at this point. Like, I didn't get it until just since I've been playing in October now, but I do have one in 24 now, and one that just reached level 23 and a level 20. So I am getting there. We're getting really close for at least one. And once I get one closer, I imagine that the other 2 will get closer a little quicker instead of splitting my time between leveling up various people. I have been trying to also play this a little bit more recently just to make the progress a little quicker. And I have noticed that improvement this month. It feels so close, but I feel like there's still going to be a good amount of time before I get everybody up to 25, but we're getting closer. Fourth game online I've been playing is Gems of War. I've still been working on delves, which are kind of like the dungeon where you have to fight monsters, go through a little path to get to like the final treasure. But really the way I've been kind of working on them is I've been working on powering up some of my teams for, well, actually just one of my teams for a certain delve, because they get like, you get extra points for your ranking or whatever if you use the team that is associated with a certain delve and dungeon. So I've been trying to level them up and get some of the upgrades that go along with Gems of War. I still have some work to do on that. It takes some time grinding the items I need to be able to level up their abilities, the various, I can't remember what they're called, like soul stones or trait stones, or I don't know, something along that line. There's some kind of stone. So, but anyway, that's what I've been kind of trying to focus on as I've been playing, and I've made some success, and they're definitely stronger than what they were. So I'm happy about that. The fifth game online I've been playing is Bloons TD6. I didn't really do as much in Bloons as previous months. I played some co-op with family and tackled some maps on my own, but didn't really play a whole lot. I did wind up playing a very little bit of contested territory for the first time, and that seemed okay. I admittedly have never been a big fan of modes that require being part of a clan or stuff like that that take place kind of on a bigger scale. But the idea is interesting, and I'm sure that people who are a part of those kind of things would find that enjoyable. Number 6 has been Among Us. We played this together as a family once this month. Admittedly, playing with only 4 people isn't really as much fun with playing a larger group, but we still enjoyed ourselves. Among Us is definitely more fun playing with a larger group, but we just don't really have a larger group to play with, and random people are just too much of a question mark to really go into and know whether you're going to have fun or not. I did do a little trophy work also in getting trophies. I mean, obviously the one that took up more of my time was Immortal Redneck, although it's not technically in the trophy category that I'm putting in for this one, but I did work a lot on grinding out some of the trophies after I did finish it for the first time. But the other game has been Katamari Damacy REROLL. I played this once or twice this month to try to get more cousins and increase my collection percentage. As I said, I've been working on Immortal Redneck more than Katamari, but I have still played it a few times and worked on getting a little bit closer. It's just kind of unfortunate that both of the games that I'm kind of working on right now are a bit of a grind and are going to take a little while to get through those like final trophies that I've got for each of those. I also did wind up playing a couple of endless games this month. Now, this category is kind of one I just made up on my own, but these are games that are kind of like, they don't have a set ending. They're party games or arcade style games or simulation creative style games that all kind of fit into here. And the only end is really when I decide to stop playing them. The first of these is Jackbox Party Pack 3. This was one that was on sale this month, so I got it, and we've played it a bit as a family because we really enjoy playing the Jackbox Party Pack games together. And honestly, I felt like the lineup here was pretty solid. A lot of these are different games than what you see in other ones. I think that only one is like a sequel game, and they were pretty good. I'd say that out of all of them, TKO was probably my least favorite, and even then it was somewhat interesting. I just feel like, I don't know, the ones that are the scoring where you have to like vote on other people's stuff, just kind of your preference, not even like really given any kind of like prompt or whatever, is always kind of a tough thing with, at least especially with only 4 people, but even just in general, I find those ones less enjoyable than when there's some more definition given to what you need to be doing. And the second game that I wound up playing in the endless category is Terraria. So even though the kids went back to school and we haven't been able to play our world together this past month, I did play some Terraria on my own. At the end of September, Terraria received a fairly major content update called Labor of Love, or 1.4.4. So after that update, I decided I would start a world of my own and enjoy the world of Terraria and see if I can experience some of the new things added to the game. And Terraria is really one of those games that I have a lot of fun with and I enjoy coming back to again and again. And honestly, like, you could play Terraria for so long and never really tire of it, between Terraria itself and then there's mods that you can get if you have it for PC. So it's just one of those games that you could sink a lot of time into, and it is one that I've been playing a little bit, kind of starting at the end of the month. Overall, that's what I've been playing for September 2022. While I do wish I completed a few more games this month, I had a lot of fun playing many of these games this month. I'm a little worried that some of the games I'm working on are going to be a bit of a grind before I'm done with them, but I also admit that it's my own goals keeping me playing, and I can always just move on if I want to. So we'll just have to see what changes I make, if any, over the next month. So what have you been playing? Have you been playing new releases, old favorites, or games off your backlog? I'd love to hear your answers in the comments below. I hope that you were able to play some enjoyable games yourself and that you had a good September, no matter how many or few games you were able to play.